All right, let's run through our brain anatomy. I promise it's not that bad. I'm gonna be using a couple of different models here. I have my colored brain, I call it my real brain, and then our head model. So first we'll start with the Dura Mater folds. We have the false cerebri that separate the cerebrum, the false cerebelli that separate the cerebellum, and the tentorium cerebelli, which is right here, that creates a tent over the cerebellum, okay? So that would be your Dura Mater folds. So we have, let's see, okay. Will you stay? Okay. The lateral ventricle. And when we're thinking of ventricle, remember fluid-filled space, okay? The septum pellucidum would cover, this is the septum pellucidum, would cover the lateral ventricle. Then we have the third ventricle, the cerebral aqueduct here, and the fourth ventricle. Let's turn it, well, we can do it like this. This is fine. The midbrain, the pons, and the medulla oblongata. There. Then we have the, let's see if I can find these. Might not be on this model. Yeah, this one doesn't have the superior and inferior caniculi. Doesn't have them. All right, we'll just move on. So we have our thalamus, which is right here. Our intermediate mass of the thalamus, right there. Our hypothalamus here. Hypothalamus here. Pituitary gland. Here is our pineal gland here. Right there. We have our corpus callosum, which is right here, that allows the left and right side of your brain to communicate. The fornix, right here. The cerebral cortex, which is just all of this area here. Cerebral cortex. We have the cerebral tracts, which is your white matter, which you really can't see on here. The cerebral hemisphere, so this is a cerebral hemisphere. There's two cerebral hemispheres. This is one, that's the other one. Okay? We have your longitudal fissure, which runs down the middle of the two hemispheres. Okay? Now, I got this colored model here to kind of go over the central sulcuses and stuff with you. So your central sulcus would run right in between this blue and red one. And then we would have our precentral gyrus towards the front, and this red, precentral gyrus, and the postcentral gyrus here. Now, I can find this on here for you. Let's see. Right there. So we have the central sulcus in the middle, and then the this would be the front. So pre-central gyri, post-central gyri. Gyri are the parts that stick up here. So these are all gyri. These are all sulcuses where it goes in here, okay? Lobes of the brain. So we have the frontal lobe, we have the temporal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, okay? The vermis, I'm gonna put this one together. The vermis is the worm-like structure that you get from the cerebellum. The vermis. Then we have the arbor vitae, which is the tree branches. So arbor vitae. Then we have the folia, which are the leaves. Okay, so that covers it for our brain.